Alright. So... Oh, well, it doesn't say. Redesign.
Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises. Oh, this was my favorite novelty store.
Wallace Maps and More. The Men of Low Moral Fiber. Can I earn some money by polishing your wooden leg again?
Well, if it isn't Frank, Fred, and Finn, how are ya?
What you be talking about, boy?
Oh, whoops, sorry, I mistook you for someone else. In a good way, I promise.
Aren't you that Guybrush Threepwood, but wants to be a pirate?
And you're the pirate leaders. I was looking for you.
Aye, well, we're not the pirate leaders no more.
Former pirate leaders is what we are.
Yeah, I already met the chilling trio who took your place. And your table.
Escaped with your life, I see.
So they aren't the Men of Low Moral Fiber, they're the old pirate leaders. Okay.
What did you mean, wants to be a pirate? I've been a pirate for a long time now.
You may call yourself that, but remember the 3 trials.
I remember them. I was proud to complete them. I still talk about it sometimes. Ad nauseum, Elaine says. It's Latin for something.
Be that as it may, I don't recall us being presented with evidence as to the completion of all 3. That were part of your instructions at the time.
Oh no, really?
'Tis true enough.
Listen, can this wait a little longer? I've got a lot on my to-do list right now.
Aye, it matters not. We've all of us moved on.
Okay.
How is it that you're not the pirate leaders anymore?
Time and democracy, boy.
A lot of our supporters be dead drunk, or retired.
Our eyes be sharp and our judgments keen. But once ye be labeled old school, that's all that gets seen.
The traditions of the 3 trials have become a joking matter in some quarters.
Dark times.
Aye, they even water the grog and mix it with fruit these days. Won't even strip the varnish off a deck.
I'm going on a journey to find the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret.
What a prize!
That's what I tried to tell those clowns in the bar.
They say the pirate what holds the secret can never be sunk, that the wind always fills his sails.
In the old days, we might have gone after it ourselves.
But we've got new fish to fry, so to speak.
We've sold our ship and sunk all of the cash into our next venture.
And what is that?
Tell me about your next venture. What is it?
'Tis a fish shop on the high street where the general store used to be.
A place for buying of fish and telling tales about the catching of fish.
We'll be open on the morrow. Be sure to stop by.
We'll give you the friend's price on the unpopular fish.
You said you don't have a ship? Where do you get your fish?
From reputable sources.
We'll give you an additional discount
Wow.
if you don't talk about that where people can hear you.
So when they said they had new fish to fry, they were literal.
Why'd you pick this corner instead of one closer to your fish shop?
The woman that lives above the shop location is doing a bit of haranguing today. We'll stay clear of her. Thanks very much.
I'll see you around.
Seems likely.
Well then. Wally!
Wally?
Well, look what the surf washed ashore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again too, Wally. Whatever your last name is.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned, and marooned because of you.
Yeah, good times, huh?
You're lucky I'm past all that and am running the best map shop within the Caribbean and beyond.
Okay.
I'm looking for a mop.
This is maps and more, not mops and more.
I was hoping the and more might include mops.
Well, it doesn't. Try asking the cook over at the bar where he got his.
Apparently that's the place to go. For mops. Who knew?
Looks like the shop across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing. and dark magic is taking over. Voodoo magic is fun and all, but it's not what the new generation wants. Me? I'm on the bleeding edge and making a bundle. I'm about to franchise.
Okay. For maps?
The town seems to be pretty run down.
Since Captain Madison made Melee her base of operations, people have been complaining. They say she brings a bad element to town, but that bad element spends a lot of money on maps. So, what am I supposed to do?
Do what's right?
I am. I'm doing what's right for Wally.
Hello, Random Blue. All is well enough. Hope you're well as well. Yes.
You have a lot of maps in here.
We've got so many, you need a map to find them all. A little cartographer humor.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how funny it was.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't happen to have a map to the secret of Monkey Island.
Funny you should ask. I recently made one on commission, but then they destroyed all my source material. It is the only one in existence. Best of luck to you.
It's great to see you landed on your feet after all these years.
Business has been booming with all these new dark magic pirates. Captain Madison has me on a lucrative retainer. She pays extra for a bunch of wacky symbols I just make up.
I'll let you get back to cartographing.
That's not a real word.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, a monocle.
They're like glasses, only way less convenient.
Sneak a monocle.
Ooh, look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
Oh, please take one. I use them to promote my business. See, it says maps and more on the edge.
Thanks.
It's not as fun when you can just take it.
It makes things look bigger.
Okay. Do I need to look at something bigger? You doing okay? Good to hear it. This map is taller than I am.
I had a map like this once, but I sailed left. It's maps wrapped in maps. I didn't know you could do that. The first rule of piracy is never buy a used treasure map.
Makes sense.
This must be Trouser Island.
Actually, Mr. Threepwood, it's...
Yep, Trouser Island.
Mm-hmm.
It's a map on a fan. What'll they think of next?
Fancy map, holder map, an odd map in the corner.
It's a long, small map of somewhere far, far away.
Okay.
Whew, looks chilly up there. This map shows both sides of the globe.
It's twice the value.
Sure.
Ooh, this one looks nice. How much is it?
Oh, that one? Too much.
How do you know?
Good old mazes. Can't get enough mazes. I try to steer clear of sea monsters myself. Somewhat understated and somewhat overpriced.
A slightly suspicious ladder to a
Hey,
window.
Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Well, it's good to have a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that Wally hasn't traded it in for a new model just because it's been around the block once or twice. I feel very strongly about that for some reason. Ooh, those look fancy.
The finest tools to make the finest maps.
I
Okay.
didn't know you made globes too.
I don't. This is for reference. It's got all the latest continents.
Are there new ones? Okay, well.
Oh yeah, that clock has been broken for decades now. If any clock were the exception to that rule, it would be this one. If any clock were the exception to that rule,
Meanwhile, on LeChuck's ship.
LeChuck, sir, Just thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood, mint, and an annoying skull.
Well done. Mark yourself
annoying
down
skull,
for one
huh?
less lashing this voyage.
Funny story. Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the crew.
Threepwood? He must be looking for the secret too. That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed. Wait, let him live. I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Sure. I want to bring this up one more time. Is searching for this mythical secret of Monkey Island a good idea? Shouldn't we be out terrorizing the high seas, instilling fear, creating mayhem, being more on brand for LeChuck?
I've had enough of you questioning my orders. Finish loading the ship, and whatever you do, don't let Threepwood on board.
Very well.
Okay.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
Okay.
Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball.
I'm sorry, what? I mean, yes, but what?
Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball. The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. Hi.
Everybody thinks they know more than the other.
Okay.
Once you have a key, you've got to open the door. Things are not what they seem.
So she's just sitting up there saying random nonsense. Okay, sure. Is that Stan? Is Stan a clown?
It seems to be stuck closed.
That's the only thing I can interact with, so... I guess we don't go there then? Memories.
Aw, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
Right. Locksmith, jail.
A visitor! Wait. Guybrush Threepwood? Ha ha!
Otis!
Howdy, kid.
And Stan! Otis, old pal. You haven't changed much since I last saw you.
I blame the government.
In fact, didn't we first meet right here?
Not at all. I was in the other cell that time. You look different somehow. New art style?
How nice of you to notice.
Mm-hmm.
What did they get you for this time?
I'm a victim of circumstance.
Again?
Circumstance being that too much attention gets paid to little things that don't hurt anyone, while hard killers roam the streets with pistols and swords.
Okay.
I notice you didn't say what crime they locked you up for.
It was nothing. I was just picking some flowers.
In the forest?
No, that's illegal. I learned my lesson. I picked them from the governor's garden instead.
Picking flowers from the governor's garden sounds like an unwise choice.
We used to be friends. Sort of. Anyway, they aren't even her flowers. Taxes pay for them. It's public property. I don't know why anyone
Is it
bothers
though?
me about it. I don't hurt anybody.
We'll accept the flowers.
They're annuals. They're doomed anyway.
Okay.
Big news. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
That sounds fantastic. You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before we went there. I don't cruise ships anymore. But maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Yeah, I'm sort of planning on hijacking an existing crew instead of recruiting one. But maybe I can spring you anyway, for old time's sake.
I would be most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very conveniently across the way. I am told locksmiths can make keys for things. Things like cell doors?
Imagine that.
Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here! It's custard night. I don't think I can take that again.
I'll make it my number 3 priority.
Thanks.
Who knew locksmiths could make keys?
Watch your boots in here, son. It's like a swamp, without the clean parts.
I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read.
Oh, well, lucky I have a monocle.
I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
Okay.
This is the number for the jail cell lock.
How's your
This is the number for the jail cell lock.
Okay, so I'm not actually gonna read it.
It says jail rules. 1. No escaping.
That's it? I mean, it's an
You
important
look
rule,
like
I
you're
guess.
having a good time. That's nice.
It says jail rules. 1. No escaping.
Okay.
Hey, Stan.
Hello there, son.
The music just changed as I got closer to Stan. To put the Stan's theme on top of it. That's neat.
Oh, sorry to see you in jail.
Thank you, son. I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry to see me here as well.
I was really hoping to buy a ship from you.
Well, now, normally, I would do absolutely anything to get you into a comfortable ride right away. But my hands are tied. They're shackled. I can't do it. Not at any price. I'm completely out of inventory. Every ship on the lot was seized by unscrupulous lawyers who don't care about your sailing needs the way I do.
Okay, don't worry about it. I've already got a plan to steal a ship from LeChuck.
Well, if you don't get killed, look me up afterwards. I'll give you a good price for anything that can stay above the waterline. Naturally, it'll have to be store credit until I get back on my feet.
Uh-huh.
What did you do that got you arrested?
Let me tell you something, son. It's not what a man does that matters, it's who he is. Maybe one day, in a moment of weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's in my heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People. People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
Sure. Yeah, what did you actually do?
What exactly did you allegedly do for
Or
people
allegedly
that got you
do.
arrested?
I gave them what they wanted. Now, naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way. And sometimes people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud. But it's all just marketing, son. As natural as the rocks and the trees and the Malay Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
What the heck's a flounder bird? Isn't flounder a fish?
It sounds like you should have been arrested several decades ago. I mean, why now, all of a sudden?
One word, jurisdiction. I was expanding my core business, you see, trying to provide ship owners with a variety of ship maintenance necessities. Sponges, barnacle scrapers, repair manuals, rudder tape, I had a whole line of products. I expanded my distribution to other islands, all over the Caribbean. And that's when I ran into trouble. Some of those islands have different laws, you see, that might not seem so fair to men like you and me. They slapped me with a ton of paper, talking about things like standards of quality and consumer protection and environmental impact. They didn't understand that I wasn't really selling porthole wipers. I was selling happiness. And my customers were happy. They were perfectly happy right up until some clown with a briefcase came along and told them they weren't. It's a crock, son, and that's why it won't stand up in court. I'll be out before you know it.
I'm not so sure about that.
Didn't you used to have a law practice or something?
Used to, but I was disbarred for what we former law practitioners call moral turpitude.
Is that a real word?
More or less. It's one of those handy catch-all words that you can use whatever you want because it doesn't mean anything specific.
Would it help if I broke you out of jail?
Now that's a kind offer, it truly is. Warms me to think that you'd do that for your old pal Stan. But I've got to think about the optics. I don't want to damage my case, and escaping from jail doesn't look good at trial. So thanks, but no thanks.
Okay.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
Now that you mention it, there is one thing I've been missing during my time here in this lofty establishment. In all the rush and fuss and document shredding surrounding my arrest, I completely forgot to grab my toothbrush. If you happen to be passing by the shipyard, you might grab it for me. It'll be on my desk in the office.
Sure thing.
Why do you keep a toothbrush on your desk? Okay.
I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret? Boy, that takes me back. But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong enchilada. Just remember, life has no guarantees or warranties. Only jamborees.
Thanks. That's advice.
Is it? I don't think I understood it, but sure.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
See you later.
Yep.
Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away.
Well then. Couldn't break him out if I wanted
They
to.
say the only real prison is the one in your head. But take it from me, that's a load of barnacles.
Yeah.
At least the jail is well lit.
Yeah, but the better I can see it, the worse it looks.
Yeah, it does really look good. Okay, so locksmith.
Hi there, newcomer.
Hiya. Are these for customers?
Hands off. Those are my last crackers.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
Okay.
At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
These are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass?
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
Is the smaller box the TARDIS? Because what?
What's that key?
That's for a lockable quiver. And please, don't touch the glass.
You're weird.
That's an impressive machine.
Yep. This wouldn't be much of a lock shop without a key grinder.
I see everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have to make a pun, at least make a good one.
I see everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have
Okay.
to make a pun, at least make a good one.
Okay,
Guy
hi.
with Streetwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Locke Smith.
You're kidding, right?
Nope. And before you ask, yes, they did. Yes, it was. And they really, really wanted me to follow in the family business.
Apparently they did. Locksmith. Hi.
It's really clean in here. Do you have a mop I could use?
I simply don't allow filth to accumulate in the first place. Try somewhere a little less sanitary, like the bar by the docks.
How do you do that? I want to know, so I can do the same.
Can you really make keys for stuff? That seems like a magic trick.
Modern locks have serial numbers that tell me all I need to know. No tricks necessary, just information.
It seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a failsafe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
Aren't locks way less secure if all you need is a number to get a new key?
That's why you should never share the serial number with anyone.
But the serial number was on the lock. Granted, I needed a monocle to enhance it to read it, but that's still...
What happens if you lose your key and the serial number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
Well, what's to stop me reading the serial number on someone else's lock and having a key made?
The numbers are printed small enough that you need a special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
Sure. Or someone who stole the monocle. Or attempted to steal a monocle and was gifted it because it's promotional.
Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones. She used to be the Undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
Okay. What? Nothing?
How well do you know Whitey Bones?
Not well at all. But she's been living near my shop for quite a few years. She was across from my old location, too.
But she moved when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
Sure.
I'm on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key. One that opens all locks at once.
All at once? Well, how does that work?
No idea. It's just a story. But I guess you'll find out soon enough.
Thanks for the confidence.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
I will touch everything. So if I give you this...
Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. Good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Oh, wow. What a coincidence. I had no idea.
That was... something?
What's that lock?
That's for hats.
For hats?
What's this lock?
It's meant for bachelors to secure their apartments. And please, don't touch the glass.
I didn't.
What's that lock?
A special one that can open with any of 4 different keys.
That sounds less secure, but sure.
What's this lock?
A famous lawyer used that to keep people from stealing his front doormat. And please, don't touch the glass.
Hello, Fuzz. Good morning.
What's that lock?
That's for sealing a container full of evaporated gas.
What?
What's that lock?
It's for a small jazz band to lock up their gear.
What's that lock?
A famous lawyer used that to keep people from stealing his front doormat.
That one confuses me. Did it lock the doormat to the ground?
What's that key?
That one is only for going in, never for coming out.
What's that key?
That one's for making a quick exit from somewhere you're trapped. And please, don't touch the glass.
I didn't.
What's that key?
That opens a long, straight wardrobe for keeping long, straight dresses. And please, don't touch the glass.
What's that key?
That activates a mechanical kettle. And please, don't touch the glass.
Stop complaining about the glass.
That unlocks your house. And please, don't touch the glass.
My house?
What's this key?
That opens a long, straight wardrobe for keeping long, straight dresses.
Okay. I'm sure there's more, but it started repeating, so I'm done.
Hey, Guybrush!
Hey, kid!
Okay, so...
Word of advice, kid.
This is awesome. Now I can open one of the jail cells.
Yeah, I keep clicking out of it when I don't need to.
Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
Is it? We got an achievement called...
Jail is like a
Hey,
bad
wait.
breakfast. Small, greasy, and hard to swallow.
I will not touch that.